Joining us now, another head coach that knows how to just win games, and he is looking fresh. Jeff Judkins in Studio B in high definition with a new do. How does the shaved head feel, Coach?
They say it makes me look 10 years younger, but that's what the players say. I don't think so. But, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. And I told them before the West Coast Conference tournament, if they win the tournament, that I would cut my hair short. And I was planning on doing it anyway. But this would be, and I had a couple other coaches that went along with me and did it. And the girls were pretty excited about doing it. And I thought it'd get us psyched up for the game. It looked like it backfired on me, but it was a fun opportunity. It was great for them to be able to see that I stick to my word.
What was the overall message to the team after the loss to Louisville on Saturday?
I just feel like we got in a fight and we kind of shied away from it. And that's not my team. It's not me. And I think sometimes when you get hit in the mouth, sometimes you kind of, how I say it, back off a little bit. I think this will be motivation. Let me tell you, it's going to be motivating. I'm meeting with them today, and it's going to be, hey, we got to work harder this offseason. We got to get stronger. We got to get tougher. We got to get mentally tougher and realize that if we want to move up the next level where we want to go, we have got to be able to play that kind of ball and be able to really understand that. And I'm not saying that we didn't have that last year, but this team was more physical with us than UConn was last year. And that was, to me, that's what everybody's trying to do to us. Pacific tried, Weber State tried. They're not as athletic and strong and physical as Louisville, and that's what everybody thinks they need to do. So we need to do a better job realizing that, and I got to put my team in the best position.
You bring up getting hit in the mouth. There was a moment, literally, where Mackenzie Morrison took a shot to the jaw, and it prompted quite a response from the nation. Jerem sent out a vine of it. It got picked up by SB Nation. It got picked up by Sports Illustrated, and there were some people that were really upset with what the Louisville girl did to Mackenzie Morrison. There was an apology issued yesterday on Twitter, which seems to be like the thing these days. But can you explain the atmosphere of that game from last Saturday and why something like that happened?
Well, you got to understand, first of all, the game was really physical, and they were letting a lot of things go. The second play in the game, the girl grabbed Jojana and threw her to the ground and got a rebound. They missed it. So the game was that kind of a game. Mackenzie, if people don't know Mackenzie that well, let me just tell you, she's a feisty, tough competitor. And so when that starts going like that, she just gets into it harder, and she just kind of becomes like a pest. And so she got into the girl guarding her, and she got mad because she wasn't getting catches herself. And so what does she do? She retaliates and does that shot. The thing I'm so proud of Mackenzie is that she didn't blow off and then try to go back and get her back. She took it, and she got up there and shot it.
Made both free throws.
And she did, and she did that against Gonzaga. She gets on people's nerves. That's how she plays. And she keeps her cool. The only part that made me mad is they got into Lexi a little bit, and Lexi is more willing to push back, probably more than her. But you like seeing that fight too. If you never fight back and you never at least stand up to what you think's right, sometimes then people can take advantage of you. And I think we got to learn as a team to be able to do that. There's nobody more competitive than me, and people get under my skin sometimes, especially refs, and I have to, I have to keep my cool, and I have to not blow up, and I hope that my team will be able to see that, and we've got to get tougher though. We've got to get mentally tough, and you're talking about BYU football to win 10 games. I'm going to tell you right now what it is. It's getting tougher. That's bottom line. It's not getting pushed around. It's holding your ground when you're there. It's working as a unit and getting better in the trenches and doing all those things, the little things. Because let's face it, Alabama, Ohio State, that's what they are. And they're tough and physical. And I think Seattle Seahawks have proven that. You've got to be tough. You can't let people, and that the game's changed that way a lot. And we have to continue, I think, all of us to really get better like that.
When the season ends, it seems like there's a celebration of the season, or all right, that's done. On to the next one. I feel fired up to to get in the gym and work with the team or something right now? I feel like you're frustrated.
There's no question. Right now, the last thing I want to do is not practice and not go get on them and say, we got to do this better and we got to work on this and we got to, and now it's over. And, but, it happens to everybody. That's the sad part about college athletics is there's only one winner. Somebody loses. There's only one team that wins all the way through. But I think this will be for the young kids. That's what I said after the game. I said, you seniors did an awesome job. You went to the NCAA tournament 3 out of 4 years. You went postseason 4 out of 4. You've had a great career. You've set a great foundation for our young players. But I told my young players, look it, you were part of last year when we almost beat UConn. You came this year and we got it out physicaled, out toughed. Now let's learn from this for next season. Because we're playing a great schedule too. We're playing Oklahoma. We're playing Texas A&M. We're playing Georgia. We're playing Penn State.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, we're playing a tough schedule. So I'm doing that. And let me tell you right now, I saw on Twitter that the coach, Jeff from Louisville, wants to play. I'm going to call him. I'm going to schedule that game.
Bring it on, Coach.
I'm going to try to get that game because I think that's how we're going to get better. We're going to get better by playing those kind of teams and really learning from it. And we're excited about that.
Jeff Judkins with us on BYU Sports Nation.
Really fired up right
I know.
now. I thought this was the off season, like we take it easy.
The intensity level
Let's
has
go.
risen in Studio B. With March Madness, when you're looking at the teams that remain, is there a separation that you want after your team bows out, or do you want to watch the tournament and see how other teams are doing and look at how other teams are playing and things
Well,
like that? What happens?
Sean, I'm really excited for Gonzaga. They did the same thing we did last year, lost the tournament. Came back and refocused, and they had a really good bracket. When I saw the teams that they were in, I thought, hey, these guys can win. They could beat them. And it's kind of the luck of the draw. Sometimes, like, Louisville is a better 3-seeded team than Oregon State. They just are. They're better. They've been the top 7.
You played both. You would know.
Yeah, they are. They're a better team. And they were top 7 throughout the whole year, and they lost a couple of games at the end to move them. Gonzaga matched up really well with Oregon State. They matched up well with George Washington, just like I think we would have matched up well with those two teams also. If we could have got past Louisville, we matched up well with South Florida, and we matched up well against LSU. When I saw that, but I knew Louisville was the toughest competition. Now Kentucky gets beat. Dayton beats Kentucky, so now it comes that. But the bottom line is, there's great teams in there, and you kind of hope that you match up with really different teams. I mean, I think Utah men have had a great thing, but they got a good matchup. I mean, Georgetown's a 4 seed. It's not as good as Maryland is a 4 seed. I don't care what you tell me. It's not. And that's kind of the key. When you look at those brackets, that's all you look at. You don't look at seeding. Look at who you're matched up with. And I think that's what made it hard for us. But of course, for me, I'm a basketball junkie. I'm going to watch stuff. I'm going to see what teams do and see how they handle things, so I can make my team better next season, and I can learn as a coach. I wish I had the time to go fly to one of those regionals and sit there and watch and do it, but I don't. I have recruiting. I have other responsibilities that I have to take care of.
You have Jammin with Juddy as well.
That's right, jamming with you guys.
That's right.
I hear you.
You're the only one that can jam in this. We could pull out like a saxophone and try and jam or something. Do you want Utah to beat Duke?
Yeah, I think that's great for the state of Utah.
Nice political answer.
They're going to have to play a lot better than what they've played the last 2 games. I mean, Duke is athletic. More importantly, Duke is going to get every call. So you have to realize that you're not going to get a call that you normally get. David Hall isn't going to ref their game. You know what I'm saying? So
David Hall, longtime Mountain West official.
Yeah, he's a great official. He
really
really
good,
is.
actually.
He's a very good official.
Yeah. He yelled at me one time.
But Utah is going to give them some trouble because they set a lot of picks outside, and their big Duke is not a really good defender. He's a great offensive player, but how are they going to play? That's to me. I had breakfast with my brothers today, and I said the whole key. I can't wait to see what both coaches do on defensively on certain things. But for Duke, how are they going to play that pick and roll? Are they going to sag off them? Like if I was playing Utah right now, I would not leave the 3-point line. and that pick comes, the big's close enough, they can't get that gap. That's how I'm curious to see what Coach K does. But Okafor
There's only
is,
one
Which
coach.
Coach K?
There's
Which
only
Coach
one
K?
coach.
I know.
Krzyzkowiak
That's-
or
yeah.
Krzyzewski?
There's one.
yeah. But
And it's pronounced
Okafor is, come on. I mean, the guy is
Oh, he's a beast.
unbelievable. I mean,
Yeah.
he can score in so many different ways, and so there's no question Duke has the upper hand. But it's like I said, it could be anybody's game.
Where's the
Okay.
bull?
The Bull.
The Bulls in my house trying to get glued up.
Yeah.
You have it? You
I
found
have,
it?
I'm going to bring it next week.
You found
There's
it?
an update.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it next week. I'm getting it glued up.
You got a great spot for it somewhere in here.
Okay, we'll put it in there for sure.
Coach, congratulations on another run to the NCAA tournament, and great to have you in Studio B.
Well, thank you. You guys, it's been a fun year, a great year. I've been real proud of my team and what they accomplished, and we got better, and our seniors had a great season this year. We missed Ashley a lot. People don't realize that, especially in big games like Louisville and some other games that we lost. But I'm really proud of these young kids that are working hard, and we're going to be good next year, hopefully, and with hard work, and I'm going to learn as a coach.
Jammin with Juddy, edition 2015-16, coming to a TV and radio near you soon.
Rated PG-13.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thanks, guys.